Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are going to take you on another ride of our Southern California ride series. Where are we going, buds?
We're going to go up to Julian. What do you guys think? Are you excited for that?
Oh yeah.
Very excited. Cute town, good little shopping and just history.
And good apple pie.
That's right, they're known for their apple pie. We're going to run you up through Idyllwild and then for lunch and then drop down into Julian and spend the night there. Can't wait.
You know what blows my mind about this? We've been hitting these trips in our backyard and we're finding these cool Southern California spots and they're always a good time, good eats, you meet some great people. I love that. I'm missing some of these long distance runs, but this will do for this weekend. We're gonna have a blast.
Well, I think we have a little surprise for these guys.
Ah.
It's the town's tree lighting tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tree lighting
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Gosh, you do have a surprise.
So let's get on the road.
Let's do.
There's the San Bernardino Bridge. We've covered some highway miles, but sounds like we're coming up on some scenery. G-Man, what's up?
Yeah, it looks like we'll arrive at 1:32. It's 12:12 right now. We'll be climbing up an elevation, have some lunch in Idyllwild, and then work our way down to Julian for some great apple pie. What do you think, LC?
I'm getting hungry, but you know what? You do these trips and you leave your home base, you gotta take some freeways and get some traffic before you get to the beauty, and it's all worthwhile once you get there, so that's why we go.
Sometimes on trips like this, it's cool to kind of cover some highway miles to town to find somewhere new. And man, I'll tell you, the country out where we're headed, there's gonna be some awesome views, some great stops to pull out. Definitely looking forward to the food and then that apple pie and Julian.
I looked at the weather yesterday. It didn't look like we were going to have any weather at all, but I'm looking at these clouds, and there's some ominous dark clouds, and we're out here doing it. And if you don't go, you won't know.
That is a fact. And you know what? I don't think we're going to get any rain. It's going to be a great overnight stay in Julian.
Cool. Well, let's catch them out in Idyllwild.
Yeah, we'll see you in Idyllwild.
What's going on, dude?
Well, a lot of traffic and we lost our buddy, so we're just hanging out on the shoulder and see if we pick him up again.
Gotta love California traffic. Hopefully he'll catch up soon. We can cover a little more distance and hopefully get off the freeway. So, see what happens. We found our guy. What's up, dude? What's been going on?
I gotta tell you, I've never seen this much traffic, and the battle going through trying to split lanes, I got cut off so hard, and then it got skinny that it was like, you can't do anything about it. And sometimes when you're on the open road, a lot of this stuff happens. You have to deal with it. It's part of the journey. We've reconnected, and I'm gonna get some gas.
We cut traffic.
We made it here on time. Looks like the temps are coming down.
It's 48 degrees right now. We're 4,600 feet above sea level and climbing.
Yeah, we're just outside of town, about 15 miles. Looks like arrival time 2:19. There's some moisture on the road, and if you can see out in front of us, we might be jumping into some cloud cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's pretty heavy right above the mountaintop up there.
Yeah, we're here, man, probably a couple of years ago now that I think about it. These roads are a little different then, but it was still nice and chilly as we came up into elevation. I'm looking forward to seeing Idyllwild. Hopefully we get a lot of daylight coming into Julian, but we'll find out.
I'm excited to see the color change here. We had a lot of moisture this year. It's been a late color change, and we're starting to see it now. So I can't wait to see what it looks like also in the fields down in between Julian and Idyllwild. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. And that's a long, meadowy type of high alpine meadow running through there between Idyllwild and Julian. It's definitely a beautiful time of year.
I'm still rocking the moto gloves right now, but I think it might be time to throw on some of those Mission waterproofs as we gain elevation. Luckily, we got some layers on, nice warm vests. The ladies are looking nice and bundled up, but it's been a good ride. I'm enjoying this crisp weather.
Oh, and just like that, we're at 5,000 feet. But boy, did we have a battle on the freeway getting up here, didn't we?
Sure
And I
did.
think we got to kind of make a little bit of time because it took so long. We've got, once we get to Idyllwild, have a little bit of lunch, quick lunch, and then down to Julian, hopefully before dark. But they're also doing the Christmas tree lighting, so hopefully we get there to see that as well. I think it's from 4 to 6 or something.
Yeah. Man, look at all that color. Just the orange, the trees changing color. It's kind of a little bit muted right now being overcast, but still super nice catching these views off distance. Definitely glad to be out of the traffic.
Well, if we go fast enough through this little corridor here, we might make the clouds split apart and the sun will come out again.
Let's hope.
I understand this water on the road. I don't think it rained, but you never know. You go, I
You
guess.
never know. Well, cool. Let's cover some distance, hopefully make up some time, and we'll catch them out in Idyllwild.
Yes, sir.
Get on that road.
What's up, boys? How was that last stretch?
And I just love, we hit it just right because of the color change, right? So beautiful through there.
Yeah, it got chilly. It got down to 44 degrees, but still with that crisp and with the views, it made it really kind of feel winter time.
Yeah, the other thing was the cloud cover kind of socked down in and we're just burning through the clouds. I loved it.
Ladies, you feeling warm?
Getting warmer now, but it was definitely a bit chilly on through the ride.
You wish you had that overall suit?
Oh yes, for sure. It's cold, but we're hungry and we're gonna go get some hot chocolate or something.
Well, we're sitting here. We went to 3 or 4 different places. We finally found a place that we can sit inside and get a little lunch.
You know, the clouds are thick. It's really cold. We know we're up at like 6,000, 7,000 feet now, so the girls have some hot drinks there.
Hot mulled wine.
Quite tasty, yes.
We're gonna get some hearty bowls of soup.
So Lance has been on a quest for apple pie. I'm going to start a quest for sandwiches. I've been eating sandwiches since I was this big. My mom always said I like sandwiches.
Yes,
So
me too.
I'm going to find a sandwich. Not at this restaurant because I want a bowl of stew.
I'll join you on that. So my guys ordered the soup to try and save time. I said, not happening. I'm getting the chicken melt. Are you pumped?
The chicken melt looks fantastic. I should have really went for it, but you know what? The soup is really good too, and I'm nourished now, so dinner's gonna be big.
Well, we're supposed to have a beef stew, which was the soup of the day, and the soup of the day ran out. So we're now having potato leek soup.
The new soup of the day.
The new soup of the day.
Once we get to Julian and get the party down in that town because it's Christmas tree lighting, I'm gonna have a ribeye steak somewhere.
We're going to Jeremy's on the Hill, supposedly the best restaurant in town.
Throwing on some layers.
Yeah, putting on a little jacket so I can put my vest over that and be a little warm because it is cold. It's like down to 40, I think, right now.
Yeah,
So
41.
there you go.
It's chilly. Definitely getting warmed up here with jackets.
I have to tell you, when we started this 3.5 years ago, the one thing that we found is we were taking a little bit longer filming. And what that has done is given us these twilights that are just insane. Check out that sunset over there. Just amazing.
It's beautiful.
The end of the day, we get this big prize, unwrap this present, come around the corner, and boom, there it is, a beautiful orange sky with gray clouds. It doesn't get much better than this. That's why we do this stuff.
Might be pretty darn cold, but it's worth it. Seeing the sunset is spectacular. What a ride.
I mean, last time we were through here, it was the same thing. Just a 10 out of 10 sunset through some open country. The roads are pretty open. No complaints.
Well, I do like the reference of unwrapping a present because it is the holiday times. Man, if this is how our holidays are going to start, this is pretty damn cool.
The sky is lit up. It's beautiful. Glowing.
It's probably going to be an hour and a half, so no big deal.
Another road trip right into the darkness. I love that. It always happens, but like you said, it happens for a reason.
And it does. Gosh, we've been blessed with these rides.
Well, let's work our way back into Julian. Tonight we'll have dinner at Jeremy's on the Hill. It's supposed to be pretty good.
We finally are here in Julian. The trees behind me, if you can see it, you can't see it. It's dark, but there's a stage. There's music playing. I'm a little bit chilly right now. And the town looks pretty cool. We're going to see the lighting of the tree, and then we're going to get a nice steak dinner.
Yo. What do you think, ladies?
I want to be in any photos. It's very, very cool.
Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag. Christmas is coming again. Thank you so much for coming and being with us here tonight on the locals only Christmas tree lighting. I hope you all had a very lovely Thanksgiving, and I hope you are ready to kick off the holiday season. Not with a bang, that would be bad, but with a beautiful Christmas tree lighting.
We're in Julian, and the lighting of the Christmas tree is about to go down.
And we are just lucky enough to be here during this time.
3, 2, 1, Merry Christmas!
There he is.
Well, everybody, welcome back. We had a nice ride into Julian. That's where we're at right now. We were able to meet up with Tyler. Tyler, tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, and...
All right, my name's Tyler Stamets. I'm the president of the Julian Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a local business owner in town, so I wear a lot of hats around this community. We're here. We just got done with our locals tree lighting for our Christmas tree, and tomorrow we're going to be doing our huge annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
Well, we're so blessed to be here, and then I'm asking around, where's Tyler? And they point, and you're the lead singer up here.
Like I said, I wear a lot of hats. I was not kidding. I put all the lights up on the buildings around town. I was driving the big boom lift earlier today, and now I'm up here singing on the stage. So,
well, we got
what can
to
I
catch
say?
it. We have it on film. We saw the tree light up. We loved it. Your singing was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So, just a little bit about Julian. Mining town to apple town to, and why should people come?
Yeah, I mean, you covered a lot of it right there. It started as a mining town. It became an apple town, and now it's known for its apple pies, but it's also known as just a great tourist destination year-round. There's something every time of the year. You don't have to come just to pick apples. You can come in the spring. We have beautiful daffodil fields that grow everywhere. During the summer, the weather's beautiful. There's awesome hiking and lakes out here. And in the fall, obviously, we have the apples and apple pie. And then in the winter, we decorate the whole town for Christmas, and it's beautiful.
Hey, we've been here before. We've loved it before. That's why we're back. So come check it out. And
Yeah.
Tyler, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Merry
It's great
Christmas.
to see you guys.
Awesome jingle
you.
bells.
Well, I'm trying to teach people how to lock their rooms. They think they need a key. They don't. Just push the button in the back of the lock.
Oh.
But we're headed to Jeremy's. We're going to go eat some grub. Teresa even said she wants a steak tonight. Going deep.
So you guys eating steak or what?
Lots of steak.
Lots of steak.
16 ounces.
Lots of wine. 16 ounces.
And maybe some apple pie.
Well, we're here at Jeremy's on the Hill. Met a wonderful family next to us, had a great conversation. Happy Thanksgiving to them. They're enjoying their time. And man, we've been told about this restaurant, never been here. I got to tell you, I took this short rib just with the fork and started peeling it apart. Wonderful, succulent, great mashed potatoes, chef veggies, just incredible. How about yours?
I haven't tasted it yet, but it looks delicious, smells delicious, and I can't wait to taste it because we had a very cold ride, and I just can't wait to have this food warm us.
That's right. How about you guys?
I'm feeling the same. I need warm food. It was cold out on that ride, but it was a great ride. The sunset was amazing, and I'm really excited to have a nice dinner and drink our wine.
I'm eating a wonderful steak right now. It tastes so good. It's warm. It's charred a little bit. It's a little bit rare and I dig it. I'm having a good time right here, and I'm going to keep eating.
So, a first for me, I ordered black and blue. Usually he'll try and order it medium rare, charred, right?
Charred.
And then she said, well, sir, I'm going to correct you. Let's do black and blue, which is rare in the middle, blue rare with a char on the outside. I did that on the 16-ounce ribeye. Bomb.
What's going down?
Very impressed. I'm actually still working on it. Got little makers going on because we're walking back to the rooms, and it's been a very solid day.
And I think Jeremy's coming over to talk to us about the restaurant. Can't wait to hear his story. Yeah, great food. Hey guys, we're here with Jeremy Manley. Jeremy's on the Hill, right?
Right.
We've heard that this is the best place to eat in Julian. Is that true?
We hope so. We're still open, so we've been here 16 years now. It's a labor of love, but what's great is not only cooking the food, but coming out and interacting with the people and seeing them, and I don't know, just kind of hearing everybody's story and just getting to know everybody. It's a great experience for life. Been in the kitchen for 13, 14, 15 years, and then I just kind of came out to the front of the house, taking over about 8 or 9 months ago. So it's nice to actually hear the feedback from people. It feels good because when you're back there cooking behind the stove, a waiter will come back and say, oh, table 6 said the food was great. I'm like, I don't care. It's like I'm working on 9, 10, and 11 right now. I don't care about 6. So it's nice to kind of have that experience and opportunity to interact with the people and actually see them eating. I feel like I get to reap the rewards more. Kind of taking a newer role in the business.
Well, and we kind of witnessed that firsthand because you just came out and talked to Todd and his family, and you're like, rack a lamb Pinot. Where's your Pinot, Todd? And he's like, I'm having bourbon.
Yeah.
So culinary training, what's that like for you?
It was fun. It was definitely an experience. I grew up in a small town in Julian, which is where we're at. I went to San Francisco for culinary school. First day of school, it's 6 a.m., I'm waiting at the bus stop, and there's a guy walking down the road with nothing but an aluminum foil hat on. And I was just like, I'm not in Julian anymore. Culinary school was great. Kind of before that, my aunt used to be a chef. My parents had bought this hotel that was on the other side of Julian.
Wow.
From there, once we got a majority of the hotel kind of set up to how we wanted to, my aunt and uncle and their 2 kids joined on the family project. So we had this project. It was my mom, my dad, my sister, and I. Grandma and grandpa were there too, and then aunts and uncles came in too. And my aunt used to be a chef at the San Diego Zoo. So when she was done working there, she came up with us, pretty much taught me how to cook. She used to have me wash all of her dishes, cut her fruits, cut her vegetables, wake up with her, and we would do these military retreats for breakfast, lunch, dinner pre 9/11 through an organization called Credo. So 3 weeks out of the month, we had this military group there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had no idea really what I was doing. I was just helping the family out. Like I was in 5th grade. Like I used to work for Beanie Babies. When Beanie Babies were gone, I worked for $3 an hour. So I was in 6th grade. I had money in my pocket. It was great. Slowly from there, we started doing weddings and larger weddings from like 60 people, 70 people, 100 people, 150 people, up to like 340, 350 people. And there was this one opportunity I had where my aunt couldn't cook the wedding. So I thought to myself, no problem. It's 60 or 70 people. It's prime rib, lemon rosemary chicken, red roasted potatoes, vegetables, fruit and veggie display, cheese and cracker setup. I was like, okay, me, just music on. Everything I do, I gotta have music. And ended up cooking for this wedding. Everything was fine. I'm in the back washing dishes. And this guy walks back into the kitchen and he goes, hey, is the chef here? I was like, well, I'm not a chef, but I cooked your food. His name's Jason Pico. He's the executive chef and oversees all of Disneyland's operations. So he talked to me about culinary school, and just from there, it just kind of evolved into what it is today, which was, at one point, I always wanted to own a restaurant. I should say, from culinary school, I wanted to own a restaurant. I started working for other people. I worked for like a top 25 restaurant in San Diego. I made like 40 cents above minimum wage. Wow. Student loans came up. I had a car payment. Like I couldn't afford to live. Like it was just impossible. Just kind of quit there and started working at the coffee shop up here in Julian. Skateboarded, hung out with my friends, just had fun, smoked pot, enjoy life, travel.
It's legal now.
Yeah. And there was one time we were driving by this beat up old abandoned building. It was St. Patrick's Day. We drove by this building and somebody in the car, I was with my grandparents, was like, oh, like we should open up a restaurant. My mom and I, we all look at each other. We're like, oh, okay. So we opened up the restaurant. I think it was in like 2007 or 2008. So it was during this like housing recession thing that was going on. We just grinded. I didn't take a paycheck for the first 2 years. Kind of got to this point where like I would serve food whether it was good or bad, and I was just like, what am I doing eventually? Like I had a big celebrity chef come in here and he was like, your food sucks. And that was really the turning point for me. Like it was, he didn't tell me directly, he told somebody who was working for him who was one of my friends, but that was kind of this turning point for me where it was like, what am I doing? And it's like, what do I want? And the direction that we've taken this restaurant to, it's not my dream, it's everybody's dream who's contributed. So what I learned to do over time is I try to make a menu that's catered to the locals, and then we add fusions and flares based on like what trends are going on in San Diego and what people want. I try to make something that I know my friends and family would eat, and more importantly, that I could set in front of somebody and I could look at them while they eat it and I wouldn't be embarrassed. So I definitely carry a lot of weight as far as what I expect people's expectations are when they dine here. So I try to translate that through food. Being in the small town, one of those things that's great is it's not 100,000 people driving by every day.
Right.
It's 4 months out of the year where we have, maybe 10 or 12,000 people a day visiting Julian. So we have those tourist pops between September and December. But if we're not good, January 1 really through like August 30th or so kind of is the telltale.
Well, I can tell you, we had a cold ride up here today.
It was cold.
And we were looking for some comfort food. And so we didn't really diversify the menu. We had 2 black and blues, ribeyes, and 3 of the short rib.
Awesome.
And it didn't disappoint. It was great. Everything was wonderful. The farm fresh vegetables and the way that you crisp them a little bit, just wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
So we appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Why should people come here?
I think what's great is one of the things that gets lost with a lot of like larger, like mainstream or like bigger ventures is like people show up to a job to work. Like I really want people who feel and love what we do. Like I was just thinking about how grateful I was yesterday because I had a goal for this day. We hit it a little less, but on the flip side, it's like I remind myself, it's like there's 21, 23 different families who like we provide for. And it's not just them, but it's their brothers, their sisters. There's all walks of life. So to have people working here, even like watching this show, like standing right here next to me, we're all going through something, and there's always something great that's happening too. So it's like never judge a book by its cover. We have a rusty outside building. I don't own it, so like I'm not going to put money into the improvements. But like when you come inside, it's definitely a gem. You won't find a dining experience like this anywhere in San Diego. We have things on our menu that a lot of people love. We do a pistachio crusted rack of lamb. I think there's maybe I could think of like 3 restaurants in San Diego that still serve lamb. Like
Right.
It used to be something that it was so common. And a lot of people, I don't know why they don't serve it. Like we sell the heck out of it. The ribeye's a winner. Like my family's from Michigan originally, so like that Midwestern like steak size, portion size, we really try to hit home on. We work with a lot of the local wineries up here. Like the Backcountry has over 60 wineries now. So
Yep.
so we do wine dinners every other month. So there's always something that we're doing here that's creative and different you won't find anywhere else.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank
It was
you. I
great,
appreciate
man.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With that, come eat at Jeremy's on the Hill. This is one of the things I love the most that we do. The writing is incredible. I always love that. But to hear the stories of these people that we've found over the last really 10 years as we've been writing, and to share them with people, that guy is super passionate about his restaurant and his family. I loved it.
Well, the thing I love about it is he's a young man. He's 36 years old. He's an entrepreneur. He thinks everything through. He's created this restaurant, but more than that, he loves what he does. And for me, I love that because I love seeing young people create businesses and make stuff happen. So I'm stoked.
Well, and the passion comes out in his food flavors. I mean, we've got apple cobbler, we've got carrot cake. How is it, guys?
The carrot cake is amazing, and the color is pretty good too, but this is my favorite.
My favorite. This is delicious. I can't wait for apple pie tomorrow. But it was really sweet because when we came in, his mom was at the front, and we're like, "Oh, is Jeremy here?" She goes, "Yeah." What did she say? She said, "Yeah, I'm just the mom. I'm just the mom."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're not just the mom. You are the mom." And how cool is she? Just be working with her son. That's so cool.
Very cool. And it was hearing his whole story was just like you said, Lance. Hear the passion, his journey, and how much he loves it and how much he gets from it. I think is very cool.
I like that he smokes pot, and
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little piece of apple.
So yeah, the funny thing is, the real cool thing is we've been in small towns across America, but here we are in our backyard in Southern California, and people say, "Oh, California," but you know what? There are still people in California that have the desire to make stuff happen. And
So-
Small town, and a small town.
yeah, this is a small town, 1,400 people.
Yep. So tomorrow we'll head down to Julian, maybe have some breakfast, get some apple pie, film on the way out a little bit, and finish this thing off. But what a great day today.
Well, speaking of apple pie, I mean, I've been informed that this is an apple cobbler because they don't have apple pie here.
We'll take a bite of that. With
So we're gonna get the apple pie tomorrow, but I'm still gonna eat the cobbler. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Day 2, sitting up here at the Apple Tree Inn. I had a good night's sleep. The beds were great, the pillows were great, but my buddy, not
pills?
so much. The pillows. Oh, pillows, shit.
I was tossing and turning all night. The heater was loud. The room was noisy as you can't believe how creakly and crackly the room was.
Mine was fine. How was yours?
It sounded like the neighbors were up to no good because, yeah, the rooms are, you move once in bed,
Yeah.
and the headboard just pop, 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 pop. But I slept good, checked outside like 5:45, 6, little blue hour, and now the sun's shining. We're hoping for not so much wind today. Gonna go find us some apple pie and get the day going.
I can tell you this. The ride in was really cold last night. It was chilly. It was one of our first, like it was cloudy and like we got in there and it was like, all right, nice dinner. Dinner was good. I loved my steak. So
Well, I have to tell you, I love this time of year. I said it yesterday a lot, but the colors, and we got a little dusk and we didn't see much coming through this canyon. So I'm hoping on the way back out we'll see some. I was kind of thinking about this, and you guys, you can cut this if you want, Josh, but what if we went to like 3 different pie places and we all just we bought one slice of pie and we all took a bite and we rated it?
hey, I'm down with that.
All right.
early morning breakfast here. Nice warm eggs. I'm kind of stoked about this. We've got a busy day ahead of us, and we're going to eat and go have some fun.
The miner's daughter. Great food. All the food is warm, hot.
The miner's diner.
Miner's daughter. No, miner's diner. I'm kidding. Great food. Everything is warm. Omelet looks great. Can't wait to do our pie challenge today. Gonna have a fun day.
Ladies, have you even taken a bite yet?
Oh yeah, guys, we did one each, and it's good, definitely. Can't wait to have our pie contest. Pie challenge.
So we got our first piece of pie of today, and we're going to check out a few different things. The consistency, the crust, how it's cooked, how thick it is, and what the apple slices are like, and what toppings are on it. So we're going to check this out.
So this is the Miner's Diner. They make the pie here at the diner. So let's go try this thing. Dig in, everyone.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
From my understanding, she said they bake the pie here. I don't know if they actually make the pie here.
I think they make them here.
So it's
You need to dig in and try that.
it's very warm. It's really delicious. It's small chunks of apple. The crust is nice.
Keyword, we just baked them.
He caught that.
You're smart.
So where are they from?
They come with our delivery. They're frozen.
So for me,
Wow.
I love a good crust. If it doesn't have a good crust,
Yes.
I'm kind of bummed out. But
You
if
know
this
what,
has a
Moms?
crust,
That's why I go to Mom's.
Yeah?
Her crust
But
is to die for.
we just found out they
Especially
actually
on her
bake 'em.
strawberry
They don't make 'em.
rhubarb. Her crust is so good.
here we are at the back alley apple pie room. We're gonna bake one of these suckers and eat it.
Spot number 2, we're in Apple Alley Bakery. We hear this crumble is their top seller, so a little different pie, but let's dig in and see what we
Well,
have.
before we dig in, this is the crust that I usually love. It looks like the apple slices are a little bit smaller or thinner. It's not as thick as the last piece, but we're gonna get in and see what the flavor's about. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
I like that it's warm. I love warm apple pie.
It's a little more gooey,
A little more
a little
gooey.
more chewy,
Let's see.
a little more cinnamon forward. Crumble's pretty dang good there.
Yeah.
Pie number 2 is good, but pie number 1
Here,
is
give me the Osmo.
in the lead. In the lead.
Do you like that one
Likes
better?
that one.
Tastes more fresh, homemade. Crust is good, crumble's good, apple's warm.
Here we are at Mom's, and we heard we had to come to this place. These are baked here on premise, and it's got the crumble top on it.
And the first time we came to Julian, you and I sat in here and had a piece of pie.
Right.
So let's dig in. Let's see how she got. Looks like a nice crumble, baked well. I actually like that better than the one across the street.
Yeah.
I like the crisp and the crunch on the top. I like it's got a little bit more cinnamon to it. What do you think, compadre?
The apple actually tastes like apple.
Apple, yeah, it does.
It's very natural.
That's a good one.
Very natural, very sweet. I think that's probably my favorite too.
It does have a great flavor to it, but one thing that really set it off for me this morning is the first place we had a bite, it was so warm, and that warmth had this, it made it, for me, like, oh, I want to eat more of that. This is good.
So I think what we'll end up doing is the Food Network rated the Julian pie, apple crumble, the #1 pie in the country.
Really?
So we'll get out of town. Yeah, we'll get out of town here, go down to the Julian Pie Company down at the 78 and 79 split, and that'll be our 4th and final pie, and we'll rate all of these things together.
Can we do 5? Let's do one more.
What's up? Is this number 4 or number 5?
Number 4 on the pie list. So this is, you said this was on TV and rated #1 pie here?
This is the Julian Pie Company. There's one up in Julian, but we decided to come down here. Got a little different vibe. #1 by Food Network, #1 apple pie crumble in the country.
Well, we're going to find out, and the 2 Lane Life is going to have their ratings of these places.
Let's go.
It's funny because everywhere you go, no matter what, there's a machine for everything. And right now there's a machine over there just ripping apples apart for apple pie.
Well, it's skinning them, then it's coring them, and then they're cutting them. And it looks like to me, I'm going to ask the lady up front, I don't know why we haven't done this, but it looks like to me they're Granny Smith apples.
It does look like that.
So we need to find out what apple they're using.
Gotcha. So hey, interesting things you learn when you're out on the road. Well, we have two different pieces of pie today. One has the crumb crust and one has the original crust. And they both look really good. One looks a little thicker than the other, so let's check it out.
Well, we did confirm all the pies are made with Granny Smith apples, and the reason we have two pieces of pie is Laura wanted to try the regular crust as well. So, shall we dig in?
Let's dig in.
Wow.
Very warm. I like that. Good consistency. Yeah.
That's a good apple. That's a good Dutch apple pie. Wow.
But I feel like it's kind of applesauce. It's like ground apples.
Not full apples in there, really.
I feel that way. But
Well-
maybe we'll find one. I don't know.
But you might be right because it's definitely a thinner look. This looks like you can see the actual chunks of apple.
Well, let's
in it.
try this one. That's really good.
I would have to say right now, that is one of my favorite
I think
ones
that's
that
my
we've had
favorite.
today.
Good call.
Try it, honey.
I just did.
The crust is fluffy and nice, but yet still has a density to it, which I like.
Yeah.
Wow.
It still has that apple, almost like it isn't like big chunks of apple that you're biting into.
Well, they're soft and it's a nice tart, but has enough cinnamon in it. I think it's that's my favorite. So it's time to rate the 5 pieces of pie we've had. We had the Miner's Diner, we had Mom's, we had Apple Alley, and we're here at Julian Pie Company. So, Teresa, what's your ratings on those 5 pieces of pie?
Julian Apple Pie Company is my number one, for sure. I loved it. And the apple crumb here wasn't bad either.
And second favorite?
Miner's Daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
And Laura?
I have to say, Miner's Daughter was my favorite. I love the crust. That was my favorite regular apple pie. As far as a crumble, this place.
So that was your second favorite.
My favorite for the crumble.
Gotcha.
Yes.
LC, where you at?
Well, I think Miners, the first bite into that, really had a good consistency. It was really good. It was warm. They didn't make it. They only baked it. But I would have to say there and here, the, what is this called again? The Julian Pie Company, the original pie without the crumbles all over it, is probably my favorite. It was the warmest. It tasted real good, had a good consistency. So I'm going to give that the number 1.
Well, my favorite pie was here, the Julian Pie Company, the regular pie. I wasn't a fan of the crumble as much. I liked Mom's crumble better. The Apple Alley was kind of good too, but I'm saying Julian Pie Company number 1. And what about you?
I think this and Mom's were my 2 favorite. So
Bueno.
that's all I got.
Now, there's one more thing. There are other pie companies here, so I would suggest getting in your car, your bike, get whatever you want to do. Get here, try some pie out. You might have your own decision.
Well, let's go close this thing out, shall we?
Yes.
What's up, dude?
John watches us. I mean, we have people all over the place. I love it. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. We had a great time out here the last couple of days. We saw some great scenery. We ate some great pie. We had some great food. Good times had by all. But hey, there's a lot to do out here. You can pick your own fruit. You can come out and mountain bike ride. You can come and taste pies. Just a great little town. And it's been a little while since we've done it. What are you thinking?
I had a great time. I love it. I think we found a new fun thing to do by testing different kind of foods, starting with apple pie. We found some good stuff. We shared it. We enjoyed it. It was a great weekend.
We also got to have some great cookies that are just made of pie crust and cinnamon and sugar. Oh my gosh, really
Delicious.
good.
Cheers to that, Laura.
Cheers.
It was really good. All the pie, like Len said, was good. Just a fun little town to visit. You should try it.
So hey, with that,
What do they need to do?
They need to subscribe, like the video,
And ring that bell.
And we'll see you
Down the road.
Oh.
Check out the website, twolanelife.com.
Yo!